Help you put your retirement puzzle together. Catch Planning for a Better and Safer Retirement Saturdays at 9 a.m. on Ocala's News Talk, The Source 96.3 FM and 1370 AM.
5 minutes after 8 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in this morning. Remember when your parents, or some of your teachers, they sit on your hands to keep you from acting up? Remember that? Remember?
I never had to do that.
Your parents have said, sit on your hands. Sit on your hands.
Yeah, no.
Sit on your hands. Your teacher. I don't think I ever said it to me, but I remember hearing it in school.
Oh, okay.
The young girl we had in here yesterday from Circuit Italia can sit on her head.
Yeah.
She
is
can literally sit on her head.
Juliet.
Yeah. Galen Unold is on the phone.
Hey, good morning, Larry, Robin. How are you?
Hey, Galen, how you doing? Can you?
I'm good. I was told to sit on my hands. I was actually tied to my chair a couple of times. Yeah.
There you go. There you go. But the girl we had in here yesterday could sit on her head.
I was a boy that needed to be outside, not in a classroom.
Wow.
Yeah, there you go. That's a great title for your memoir when you write it.
The boy that needed to be
The
outside.
boy that needed to be outside.
Yeah.
I would have been on Ritalin. I would have been on all that stuff as a kid. Yeah, I just didn't have. I was bored by school. So
That's because you were smart. You probably finished your work, and then there weren't any more challenges.
I don't know if that was the answer, but yeah.
Do you think there's any truth in placebos? Placebo,
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, absolutely. The mind is a powerful thing.
Okay.
There's no doubting the power of the mind. Yeah.
Okay, so I was watching this video where people were spraying truth serum spray into these crowds, okay? And showed these guys talking about the girl walking in front of them. Oh, she is so hot. And then the girl turns around, what? Right? And then the girls were just saying, oh, God, you are so, like, all good things, though. Nobody was saying, you are so ugly. They were all good things. And then I was just reading this article that said the video that I watched wasn't really truth serum. It was Country Time lemonade being sprayed into the air. But they had a sign that said you will be walking through a mist of truth serum. So they were being told it was truth serum.
People want to tell the truth. So, and that's why when you get somebody who's been drinking or something, they'll start really letting you know things that you really don't want to know. So
yeah, they get loud.
they want to confess all their sins and all of that. So
that would be a funny game, huh? Get some Country Time lemonade or anything, really. Just spray it. Have a sign up. Please note, you will be walking through truth serum spray.
Mm-hmm. Oh, we could do that here.
Just to see.
We could put up the note.
You want to be in trouble. You're the girl who needs to be outside. Sit on your hands. Galen.
Yes.
Where are you right now?
I'm on 441 heading north.
Okay, so another thing we need to have some help from you on is the champagne glass bathtub. Have you seen the champagne glass bathtub up in the Poconos?
I'm sure I've seen it like in a photo. I never knew if that was real or if that was photoshopped.
No. It's real because we looked it up. Because Anthony brought it up yesterday. Anthony James, he's our voice of travel from the Homeward Suites.
Yeah, he's going there.
Yeah, he's going up to the Poconos, and he said he's going to check them out because he has never seen them either. Mm-hmm. So we looked at them online, and we can't figure out how you get into them. I mean, they're 8 feet above the floor. I don't know how you get into them.
Yeah, they probably put a ladder in, and then they take it off and take the picture.
Yeah. But you know what? If you want a picture of yourself in one of these things, you better be in shape. This is not an attractive thing necessarily.
Let's be honest. There aren't very many pictures where, they're pretty people look better in pictures.
You don't want to see me in one of these champagne glasses. Let me tell you that.
I don't, Larry. No, I do not. No.
Just saying.
No.
First of all, I'd be struggling to get into the thing. And then when I did, you wouldn't want to see it. Oh, we'd have to call 911.
That thing could hold you, Larry?
To get me. I know. That might be a problem, too.
No, I think so.
Yeah.
I think
that might be a problem. It might fall over.
Oh, those girls are probably like 5'3".
Well, there's a couple in
like
these pictures.
9 foot tall. Yeah, compared to them.
No, they're probably small people.
Gesundheit. All right. How's the blood supply today?
We are trying to recover from all this weather. So just please just get out there and give the gift of life. We have about a 4-day blood supply. That's just not very good. So please just get out there, give the gift of life, and donate blood.
Yeah, that's the bottom line. We have to oblige by our commitment. Our commitment was to go every time we were eligible. I think we are now.
Yes.
Yep. I'll have to call and they can
we're
tell
ready
me.
for you.
So let's go. Let's call today and go today.
622-3544.
Say it again.
That's the number you have to call.
Say it again.
622-3544.
Okay, because I spoke over you. Let me go to the phone, then I'll tell you who the sponsors are, and I got a couple of fun
you got
topics.
A cold, Galen.
You have a cold?
I got something in my. I walked by with somebody with a bunch of perfume on, and it's triggered my cough.
Wow. Make sure it wasn't truth serum.
Yeah.
Good morning. You're on the air.
I don't need it on this show.
Good morning, guys. It's Mike McCoy.
Hey, Mike.
You know, I've never heard of anything more ridiculous in my life than a champagne bath. Everybody knows that Guinness is much better to bathe in.
Go Guinness.
It's good for your hair. It's good for your complexion.
It's got more bubbles.
It's good for your personality if you bathe long enough in it.
Yeah, that's right.
And that is
pretty
a truth
good.
serum.
That's right.
That would be a truth serum, definitely.
You know, the problem with either one of those is how sticky you would be afterwards.
You would think so, yeah.
Like if you let that dry on you, if you let it dry on you, you would stink. And it would just stick to you.
But I don't think it's filled with champagne. I think it's just shaped like a champagne glass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's not as sexy
well,
if there's no champagne in it.
That's
With
right.
the Guinness.
You could fill it
and
with
by the
Guinness
way,
if
the
you
Guinness
wanted.
bubbles fall down on the inside of the glass, not the outside of the glass.
Yes, they do.
Okay.
That is correct.
I think I've seen that many times. I don't know.
They just the bubbles get a hold of the side of the glass. It's just it's very, very basic science there. I think it just causes you get a cold glass, you put the cold Guinness in it, and it's just like condensation running down the outside of a glass. The bubbles are attracted to the side of the glass and not to the middle. And believe me, I know about Guinness.
So how come the bubbles in a Miller or a Budweiser don't go down down?
Well, you know, Guinness is very, very, very heavy. It is when I mean heavy, it's thicker than regular beer, and I don't really care why I don't in Budweiser. I don't drink Budweiser.
It's dark too. It's pretty dark.
That's the right answer. Nobody really cares.
Nobody cares.
Like the beer and
Nobody
drink it.
cares.
Some guy trying to get his
Beer makes you
PhD.
smart,
Yeah.
because it made
SMRT.
Budweiser.
Budweiser, gotcha. That's funny.
That oh well.
Thank you, Mike.
All right, guys, thanks a lot. Enjoy.
Thank you. You know, when I used to work in bars.
I think he used all his material right
Yeah, that
there.
was it. That was the
Go
end of it. I used to work in bars, and I learned a few bar tricks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Magic tricks?
So I learned some magic, but I learned just some bar tricks. You can take like an old bottle of something that had high proof in it, whatever the alcoholic beverage might have been. So when they throw them in the garbage, there's still a little residue in there, and you can take a toothpick and pierce a straw till you make like a T, okay, and then you hang the straw into the bottle, right? And then you put your thumb over the top so that the gases won't get it. You run it under hot water, and it heats up the alcohol. And then you light it at the end, and it'll launch that straw across the room. It really.
I'll take you with me next time I go to a bar.
I used to learn tricks when I was.
You can show me.
I played music in bars. All right. The important message that was said before that, which was nothing to do with.
I don't know what that was. Yeah. Just give blood. How about that?
Just
We'll
give
end on
blood.
that. There you go.
Penn Flooring and Palm Garden are our sponsors, and we want to thank them for sponsoring the important message that Galen delivers about donating blood and reminding even Robin and I. We do this every day, but even we need to be reminded.
Well, sure. We're busy.
So that's why this is an important segment. So thank Penn Flooring and Palm Garden. Penn Flooring, of course, has some beautiful flooring options for you to choose from at 1201 Southwest 17th Street, just over the McKay-Williams Bridge. Thank them for sponsoring Galen, Unold, and LifeSouth when you go there to buy flooring. And thank Palm Garden, too. It's a long-term skilled nursing health care facility. rehab facility, respite facility, all of the above. Go visit them, take a tour. You'll see why we say they are one of the best. Palm Garden. Go visit them and thank them for sponsoring Galen Unold. And let's take one more call before we do the break. Good morning. You're on the air.
Hi, good morning. My name is Raul.
Hello, Raul.
Hi, I had a question for Galen.
Go ahead.
Okay, Galen, are you still there?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Okay. My dad's friend is going to China next month, and he is actually going there to get blood. It seems like the blood inside of his body is, I guess, has iron and all types of different impurities in it. And I guess for a couple $1,000s, they're going to drain his old blood and put new blood in him of kids that are in their 20-year-olds. Question that I have to ask is, would that make him live longer, an extra 20 years longer? What about people who have smoked and drink all their lives? Could they actually do something like that, and it'll actually increase their lifespan?
Wow. Where did they get the blood from?
Cool. The 20-year-old kids.
I'm sure they probably have the blood banks and the blood molding over in China
Okay.
along with that. Well, hopefully it's not tiger blood.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Tiger's blood from Martin Sheen. Here's
Charlie
the
Sheen, not Martin.
here's the Charlie Sheen. Sorry. So there's a couple of things, and I have heard of this, and what they're doing is they're going over and they're getting, and they're not. It's not just in China. I've heard them do this in some European countries. What he's getting is a blood exchange. No, it's not going to increase your life by 25 years. It's done over there as a form of European medicine, but all they do is they take
Asian
your blood,
medicine.
they put it into a centrifuge. They spin out the impurities, which is really they're taking out some of the plasma and some of the red cells and putting it through this so-called filter and then putting it back into your body. Now, if they're going to use a bunch of 20-year-olds, it doesn't matter. I mean, your body, the blood in your body, completely dies and is replaced every 42 days. So whatever you've got in your body is just going to regenerate into your bloodstream within 42 days. And so whatever blood he receives will be completely gone within 42 days.
Okay.
There you go. So getting a blood transfusion or a full blood exchange is not going to change your, 50 years of bad habits. So if you got cholesterol, guess what? You're still going to have cholesterol. You're still going to have, your arteries and are still going to be full of plaque if you smoke. So it's one of those gimmicky things, but no, it's not going to do much good at all. He may feel a little better because he's got more red cells in his body, but that'll be a very short-term solution.
That sounds like disappointing news.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, thank you.
Well, that to me, that's disappointing to me. I'm healthy. I'm 32 years old.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well,
Thank you very much, guys.
thank you, Raul. Thank you for the call.
No. It's a fair question.
It's an interesting question.
It's something that, and again, it's like, athletes will do that, and it's now illegal. But they used to take their red cells. They would take out their red cells, store it for 3 weeks, and then right before an event, put those red cells back in their body so they have more red cells and more oxygen, and that's called blood doping. It doesn't. You're just getting your own red cells back, but because you have more red cells, you can carry more oxygen, and therefore you can run longer, swim longer, etc. So, but blood doping is what it's called, and that went on in sports for a very, very long time until they finally banned it.
Let me take another phone call. Good morning. You're on the air with Galen.
Yeah, hey, thanks. This is Dr. John. I'm here in Ocala, but I'm glad, Galen, thanks for pointing that out, that people think that getting a blood transplant is like getting a kidney transplant or a heart transplant. The blood is, comes from the bone marrow, and then you have to talk about how to have a healthy bone marrow, and healthy liver, healthy spleen. And people are, I think, short-sighted, thinking they can go to China and get 20-year-old China blood. I thought that was a really interesting call.
Yeah, and somewhere along the line.
This. Everybody, I mean, and our media, the internet is filled with these shortcuts on how to all of a sudden become healthy, right? That's what everybody wants. Well, I've lived my life where I made choices, where I did things, and now my body is paying the price all these years later. I need a fix, doc. I need a pill. I need whatever I can do. And there is no solution because, your liver is probably a mess, your kidneys, and everything else that touches your heart, everything that touches the blood supply is just going to, and in 42 days, it won't matter. And so
Yeah,
I do hear these things all the time.
And also, it's all that anti-aging medicine stuff that's out there.
Yeah.
Listen, I got to tell you, I had to do a detour. 75 South is a disaster right now, complete disaster. It's somewhere around Summerfield. It's a mess.
Really? Oh, this sounds like a call to my my new app. What's it called again?
Waves.
Waze app. Let me. All right, thank you.
Oh, there goes the next 10 minutes.
75A, and it's just everything's backed up all the way up into Ocala right now. It's a mess. So just let people
All right,
know.
thank you, Doctor. Thank you for the call.
Thank you.
That was great.
Bye-bye.
I'm glad I'm going north. I'm going north. And again, I always check Waze before I leave the house.
All right, let me take a break, and when we come back, we'll be back. We'll be back when we come back.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. For Thursday, partly sunny to high 69 to 73. Increasing clouds Thursday night with lows in the 50s to near 60. Friday, rather cloudy and breezy. Look for a couple of showers and a heavier thunderstorm, especially during the afternoon and evening hours. Thunderstorms can produce damaging wind gusts, even an isolated tornado. The high tomorrow between 70 and 74. Windy and much colder on Saturday. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
Ooh, ouch. Does pain have you glued to the couch? Yes, unfortunately it's true that every year we must get older, but that doesn't mean we have to deal with pain in our back, knees, or shoulder. If your muscles and joints are sore, don't worry anymore. Come get acupuncture from me and you'll be pain-free. Acupuncture starts as low as $35 at a Better You Healthcare. Call me, Dr. Erica Olstein, at 615-5566. Stop your pain from driving you insane.
Hey, Robin, my friend's mother is getting out of the hospital and needs rehab before she goes home. Do you know of a rehab you'd recommend?
Sure. Our friend Jan Marino works at Palm Garden, and she's always talking about the work they do there.
Great idea. I'm going to call Jan right now. What's the number?
854-6262.
I'll call 854-6262, or I might just stop by Palm Garden. It's at the corner of 27th Avenue and 34th Street.
Great. I'll go with you.
Here's what you may have missed on the John Tesh Radio Show.
Common wisdom suggests we all want partners who are healthy and in shape, but less than 1 out of 10 men and women said they'd actually dump somebody who was too athletic, likely because the perfect physique could signal a vanity problem. Like when you see a friend laughing or crying and you start to laugh or cry too. And now it's been proven dogs have emotional contagion too. Just the sight of devices like Nest Cam and Piper are often enough to scare off crooks who don't want to be caught on camera.
Intelligence for your life on the John Tesh Radio Show. Don't miss this stuff.
Career Source, Citrus, Levy, Marion brings together business and community partners, economic development leaders, and educational providers to connect employers with qualified, skilled talent and job seekers with employment and career development opportunities. Tune in the first and third Wednesday of each month at 9:30 a.m. to Career Source, Citrus, Levy, Marion, and learn how they can help you.
23 minutes after 8 o'clock. So I was looking at my Waze app, Galen, and it does say there's a complete standstill, but I'm disappointed because last time I looked on here, when I looked at the interstate, it showed like tons and tons of people reporting. I guess more people are not using it as much anymore. Huh?
No, it's just early. It's early, and this isn't a high traffic day.
By the way, I have an app that I love. Do you want me to tell you what app I love?
I'm just so fascinated that you're into apps. I love it. Bring it.
Well, wait a minute. But you gave me a gift certificate. Hold on.
I did.
It's a Google
Well,
Plus.
it was a gift card, Larry. Gift card.
Whatever. Okay. It's called.
You got to be technical.
It's called Backpacker. Backpacker, Galen. It can track because Robin and I have walked a couple of trails at Silver Springs. We walked a trail at Rainbow Springs.
Yeah.
3 miles, 2 miles, 1.5 miles. We did all these different, short trails by most people's standards. But still, it shows you exactly where you are. We walked on the old trail at Silver Springs that used to be the Jeep Safari Trail.
Yep, that was cool.
Which was cool to do that. Yeah.
Cattle Gate is still
I didn't even think about doing that. That would be fun.
And it makes you feel like you're walking in like theme park history.
Is there a guy on the PA system making some really bad jokes?
No, you're your own person.
No, but you remember it because when we walk, you know
Do you remember the bad jokes?
Yes.
No, not really. But I remember when the Jeep would get stuck in the stream, and he said, "Oh, I hope the alligators don't get us." Right?
Yes.
Well, that dip is still there. The stream is gone because that was man-made, but the dip is still there.
The alligator.
Yeah, the alligators.
Yeah, the alligators are gone too. Yeah. But anyway, you can walk on that. How long was that? Maybe 2 miles?
Yeah. Yeah, about 2.3 miles
good
or something
stuff.
like that.
I don't know.
That's good stuff. I may have to check that out.
Anyway.
All right.
All right. So
there's so many great apps out there. I mean, I'm so glad you guys have joined the modern age.
All right, I got two.
Larry has. I don't think Robin has a smartphone yet. So
yes, she does. Yes, she does.
Oh, she does.
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that. Didn't mean to spite her.
It's a track phone, though. Pay as you go. I like
Same
it.
as mine.
Who cares? It doesn't matter.
It's wonderful.
I've said that a million times. It doesn't matter who your carrier is.
I got 4 minutes and 2 things I want to talk to you about. 4 minutes and 2 things.
Larry.
2 things. The first thing is, do you ever share food? You go to a restaurant with me, let's say, and I'm sitting across the table. Hey, Galen, can I have some of your fries?
Yeah, absolutely.
Can I have a bite of your sandwich? Do you ever do that?
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So if I ask for a bite of your sandwich, you give me.
I mean, first of all, I mean, it's got to be somebody I know, and it's got to be something. Yeah.
Do you let me?
I want to taste that. Yes, absolutely.
Really?
Yes.
You let me bite your sandwich, or do you cut a piece off?
I would cut it off.
Yeah,
there you go.
If you wanted to taste it, I would give you the first taste, and I would cut it. I'm not just eating after you like that.
Wouldn't that be rude though for me to ask? Can I have a bite before you even get a bite? I mean, wouldn't it be?
Absolutely not.
Really?
Because here, first of all, you're going about it the wrong way. The way it works is you're at a restaurant and you're discussing what you're going to order.
Right.
All right. And you go, I really want to try that, but I'd rather have this. And then you say, oh, I think I'm going to order it. And then if you said, hey, do you mind if I taste it? And if they say, no, I don't want you to, then you just move on. But,
No, yeah, I do mind.
But you're not going to do that for a complete stranger.
Well, no. I know that. But would you tell me no ever? Would you tell? No, Larry.
All right.
You had a chance to order it.
Dan, all right, I'll give you a perfect example. I've gone to lunch with Dan a bunch of times.
Okay.
I have tasted something off of his plate. I'm pretty sure he's tasted something off of my plate.
Oh.
Why not?
Okay, I can understand the French fry. I can't understand. First of all, French fries never taste that different, so it can't be that big of a deal. Like
but sometimes you got a meal and you didn't get fries. Like I don't like fries. I try not to eat fries anymore because they're not healthy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But sometimes I just want 1 or 2 fries.
That's it. Have you ever gone to the Steak and Shake? They have salt and pepper fries. I ordered that one time and I was so disappointed, but I shouldn't have been. I mean, it was exactly what it said it was: salt and pepper.
Yeah, on the fries.
Salt and pepper.
What were you expecting?
I could have done that. There's a salt and pepper shaker on the table.
That's right.
What were you expecting?
I don't know, but I thought it's got to be something more than just salt and pepper.
It was 29 cents more.
It was more. It cost more.
Yeah, so you could do it yourself.
That's 29
cents.
Order plain
I'm just
fries.
wondering what you were expecting with salt and pepper.
All right. The other thing I want to tell you, that was one, is backstories to common symbols. The heart, for example. The theory is that the heart came from the seed pod of some plant, the silphium plant, because it was believed to be a form of birth control. That's how it got associated with romance and love. It was a form of birth control. I don't know if it worked, but that's what they believed. All right, I'm going to skip all these other symbols.
The point of making love was to have babies, not to prevent them.
I know.
That's right.
I'm just telling you what it says. So, but the one thing that I found most interesting was the origin of the arrow symbol. Okay? The origin of the arrow symbol comes from the Greek city of Ephesus, Ephesus, where a footprint and a woman's face were carved into the pavement. A footprint, that's the straight line. The woman's face was the arrow because her nose was pointing forward.
Oh.
Okay? It told the guys where the brothel was.
I was going to guess that.
A footprint and a woman's face.
It's all about sex.
Is where the arrow got its origins.
That's why there are inventions.
How about that?
No, there wasn't a blood drive at the brothel. Just in case you're curious, that's a year deferral, Larry.
Now you know. Just a year?
Yeah, you can wait a year.
Just a year.
I can handle that.
Just a year.
Galen, where's the Bloodmobile today?
Bloodmobile today, nowhere near that arrow. But we're at Publix in Grand Oaks over there on Southwest 7th Avenue. I think it's 7th Avenue.
Nice.
You're going to tell somebody that story
Right
today.
across the street from Trinity High School.
All right.
That's right.
Have a great day.
The East Coast bracing for a massive winter storm. Parts of D.C. seeing a thin coating of ice and snow this morning. A possible preview.
Forecasters say the nation's capital could be in the bullseye of a potentially historic winter storm. Drivers are already spinning out on icy roadways here in the Washington area.
Fox Radio's Rachel Sutherland. A lot of carriers offering waivers to affected customers. They include American, United, Delta, Southwest, and JetBlue. Stock futures on Wall Street in the red after yesterday's roller coaster ride, and the case against Bill Cosby should move forward, according to a Pennsylvania prosecutor.
Montgomery County District Attorney Kevin Steele says there was no valid agreement between the former DA Bruce Castor and Bill Cosby to never prosecute the comedian in the 2005 case brought by former Temple employee Andrea Constan, who alleges Cosby drugged and sexually assaulted her.
Fox Radio's Michelle Polino. Fox News, we report, you decide.
Steven.
Who said that?
Me, down here.
What are you, a yellow booger?
I'm a banana slug, Steven.
Well, what are you doing in my room?
I'm your sense of adventure. Don't you remember me? Don't you know that we miss you?
Miss me? Who misses me?
You know, all your friends in the forest. The trees, the pond, that little fort that you made out of branches. We all miss you.
Mom took me to the forest last year.
I'm a slug, Steven. It took me a long time to get here.
Oh, I guess that makes sense.
The forest is not that far away. Have an adventure today. I'm sure your mom would take you.
You're right. I should get out. I want to have fun. Play in puddles, catch frogs, and climb trees. Hey, Mom!
Yeah, hon? Steven, what is that in your hand?
It's my sense of adventure, Mom. It's telling me we need to get out of the house and have some fun in nature today.
Come to the forest where the more adventurous you lives. Check out discovertheforest.org for cool places nearby. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Happy New Year and howdy, folks. Did you ever have someone get fresh with you? RL here to tell you what to do. Just get along down to Dairy Queen Silver Springs and keep your New Year's resolution to eat fresh. That's right, fresh garden salads topped with crunchy fried or grilled chicken, or a fresh banana shake, or a banana split. That's the kind of fresh folks like at Dairy Queen Silver Springs, where they always treat you like kings and queens.
Bob Kennedy with Berkshire Hathaway Home Team Realty will be on the air Friday at 9:30 a.m. to talk about real estate. Bob will be addressing issues concerning the local real estate market, financing, trends, and even spotlight a listing or two. The program is interactive, and that means your calls are an important part of the show. So whether you're buying, selling, renting, or acting as a landlord, be sure to tune in Fridays 9:30 a.m. right here on WOCA The Source, 96.3 FM and 1370 a.m.
Don't get caught without your daily source of senior deals. Pick up your copy of the Senior Voice newspaper. It's your source for schedule and events tailored to seniors, with information you need, like a list of free events in the area. We even have Tom's Picks, a free referral for people who are looking for a company to do work for them. Tom's Picks will refer the company to you that fits your needs, and all we ask in return is that you tell them where you heard about them. For more information, call Tom's Picks, 352-804-1223. And pick up your copy of the Senior's Voice at most any business up and down the 200 corridor.
Now read Ocala Downtown Newspaper online.
That was the sound of a tree falling. It could be your tree. You're going to have it trimmed, but never got around to calling Pride Tree Service. It could have fallen in a field, and now all you have to do is call Pride Tree Service, and they'll have it quickly out of the way for a great price. But don't wait until the tree falls. It may not fall in the field. It may hit your car, your house, or worse. So call Pride Tree Service today and avoid all those headaches before they happen. Pride Tree Service, 840-0750. That's 840-0750.
Located next door to Silver Spring State Park and a few minutes from historic downtown Ocala, our award-winning Holiday Inn Express Hotel and Suites of Silver Springs is the place to stay for a friendly, memorable, and fun experience. Enjoy our fast and free Wi-Fi, complimentary hot breakfast, and free parking. Whether you're in town for work or play, our friendly staff will make you feel right at home. That's the Holiday Inn Express and Suites of Silver Springs, proud sponsor of Friday night Marion County High School football on WOCA, The Source.
Putting the local back into radio. 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. WOCA News. Variety. Information. Now. Keep your arms and legs on the inside at all times.
Your source for the #1 sports weekends. Fox Sports. Only on